Hello, my name is Rebecca Gonzaga. I'm a Senior Director for Server Relocation based in Europe. In this, our second news bulletin, we will cover moving employees into and out of Russia in the following topics: movement out of Russia, relocation and household goods support, temporary accommodation, host country relocation services, banking and financials, and again, a reminder of the cost of relocation in the current climate. Before supporting any Russian national relocating anywhere in the world, right now, your employees will need to be checked against the specially designated and blocked nationals list, which is the SDN list. Not only will the employees need to be checked, so will home and host country HR, and so will the relocation management providers supporting the move from end to end, including any third-party vendors. Once checked, for any Russian nationals leaving Russia, especially to European and European-friendly states, immigration is the biggest consideration. Some countries have suspended Russian applications altogether, including work permits and intercompany transfers. Others have suspended gold visas, but are still processing work permits and intercompany transfers, but they have confirmed that they will take longer than normal to process, whilst they have to undergo additional checks as a result of the sanctions. Relocation and household goods support. Relocation support services are still operating in Russia. As long as the bank accounts that the vendors are utilising are not under the sanctions, vendors can be authorised and can be paid to support with relocation services on the ground, as can household goods removal services. However, sea freight is not operating out of Russia at the moment. Air freight is, but it's restricted due to capacity levels as a result of the minimal flights that are going out of and into Russia. Road freight is restricted because of the number of closed borders that there are all around Russia at the moment. The main transport area is through Belarus, and this again has some challenges, and it is important to speak with your relocation provider to see if it's viable. Storage in mainland Russia is possible. There is plenty of storage available, and it is advisable that if employees and employers are happy for the goods to go into store, that you do so, but you then support your employees as they relocate with furniture allowances once they arrive in host country. In addition, it is also advisable that the household goods in Russia are classed as a write-off, and that the employees go ahead and purchase new furniture in the host location under a furniture allowance that's provided. For remote tier 3 and 4 locations within Russia, there are additional challenges as a result of the importing and exporting difficulties with packing materials. So whilst the crews may be available, there are no packing materials to be able to pack. So again, employees need to be prepared to leave their goods behind and vacate the country before their household goods. Temporary accommodation. As we said yesterday, availability for Ukrainian refugees is paramount in most European locations. In some European locations, it's important to understand that landlords are also becoming a little more reserved about renting to Russian nationals. Availability and cost of accommodation clearly is still restricted and changes daily. So it's advisable that employees are prepared that they take the first choices that they are given rather than having high expectations upon arrival. Host country relocation services. Again, language and cultural training should not be underestimated, particularly for the volatility of these moves. It's important to give employees all the tools to settle quickly. School finding support is also vital, as school places are also highly restricted. Banking and financials. Ready access to cash, is one of the biggest challenges for Russian nationals. Visa and MasterCard do not operate outside of Russia as a result of the sanctions. So it is very important that alternative financial means are provided to your employees when they arrive in the host country, at least for the first 2 weeks of arrival, while bank accounts can be opened and credit cards can be issued. Equally, SIM cards or pay-as-you-go phones may also be required. Finally, in terms of the cost of relocation, household goods, we've already seen the freight is increasing still daily, as is the cost of temporary accommodation and the availability. Please tune in again for our next update. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please speak with your server representative. Thank you, and I wish you a good day.